As Hal charged forward, fury blazing in his eyes, Zai vanished in a flash, leaving behind a splintered ceiling and a whirlwind of dust. He rocketed through the air, tearing across the sky, the raw power of his escape leaving a scar upon the landscape. Mountains crumbled beneath the weight of his departure, trees splintered like brittle bones, and rivers diverted their paths, fleeing the destruction he wrought. Miles away, he reached the barren expanse of the open country prison, a place where the most dangerous metas were condemned to live out their eternal sentences. Each prisoner, isolated by a mile of desolation, was a universe unto themselves. Some, like the Cryomancer, dwelled in fortresses of eternal ice, where warmth was but a distant dream. Others, whose very breath ignited the air, stood upon fields of molten rock, the ground bubbling with fury. And then there were those like Ebby, whose gaze could strip the soul from a body, leaving only silence in their wake. Zai stood amidst this gallery of the damned, untouched by their powers, a spectator in the theater of ruin. He recognized them, not from life lived, but from memories implanted within him, remnants of the souls sacrificed to forge his existence. They were not just criminals, they were remnants of lives shattered by the organization's relentless machinations. Mothers who once sang lullabies, fathers who hoisted their children onto strong shoulders, siblings whose laughter once filled warm homes, all now shadows exiled in a wasteland of despair. In that grim moment, something foreign and unwelcome blossomed within Zai. An ache, a sensation for which he had no name. He saw traces of happiness in their eyes, brief flashes of love and defiance flickering like fireflies in the darkness. It infuriated him. How could they, marked by such pain, still harbor humanity? He was crafted for obliteration, a puppet of destruction. Yet, the memories of lives he never lived gnawed at the edges of his purpose, making him doubt the very core of his existence. Elsewhere, the hunter became the hunted as Ebby found Selena. The woman stood in a quiet garden, tending to delicate blossoms unaware of the storm approaching. Ebby crept closer, her lethal gaze ready to claim another victim. But as her eyes locked onto Selena's face, the reflection of her own mother stared back at her, a face long lost to the cruelty of fate. Her resolve crumbled, and tears, hot and unstoppable, streamed down her face. Selena turned, concern softening her features as she beheld the trembling stranger. "Are you hurt? What's wrong?" Her voice was gentle, a lullaby in the midst of a nightmare. Ebby's voice, raw and cracked, erupted. "Don't come near me." The air thickened with her anguish, yet Selena moved closer, her footsteps a quiet defiance against the danger. Ignoring the threat, Selena stepped forward, her arms reaching out, a sanctuary offered unconditionally. Ebby's heart pounded, the rhythm of a lifetime of isolation and fear. Yet, as Selena's embrace enfolded her, the expected death never came. There was no collapse, no last breath, only the steady warmth of another's touch. "You're safe," Selena whispered, her breath a balm against Ebby's fevered skin. "You'll be all right." Ebby shattered, her sobs echoing through the garden, the fortress of her heart crumbling under the weight of years of solitude and pain. In Selena's arms, she was no longer a harbinger of death, a cursed existence defined by terror. She was simply a girl, vulnerable, desperate for the affection she had been denied. And in the distant prison of forsaken titans, Zai's hands trembled, fists clenched so tight that blood dripped from his palms. The hatred within him clashed against the memories of love and warmth, waging a war he could not understand, let alone win. His gaze remained locked on the bleak horizon, the barren earth a mirror to the desolation within him, a heart pulled in two by the darkness of his birth and the light of the humanity he could never truly call his own.